My parent named me Alma. The storyline is In Search for True Name. In the beginning, before maps were drawn and before mirrors learned to flatter, people believed that everything possessed a true name. Not the name given by parents, nor the one etched onto certificates, but a deeper sound, an invisible architecture of syllables that held the structure of a thing together. To know the true name of a river was to understand its current before stepping in. To know the true name of another person was to see the shape of their fears, their hungers, their unspoken loves. And to know one's own true name, so the old stories insisted, was to become free. Aaron grew up hearing these stories from his grandmother, who claimed that once, long ago, the world had spoken clearly. Reality is layered, she would whisper as rain threaded the air outside their window. What we see is only the surface. Underneath are patterns. Underneath the patterns are principles. And under those principles are names. Aaron did not fully understand her words, but he felt their gravity. He would stare at his reflection and wonder if Aaron was merely a convenience of language. What lay beneath? The search for his true name began on the day he realized how many different selves he carried. At school, he was quiet, a background figure drifting between louder personalities. At home, he was attentive, careful not to trouble his weary parents. Among friends, he learned to laugh in rehearsed bursts. Each setting called him by the same given name, yet each demanded a different version of him. Which one is real? He asked himself one evening, sitting alone in the park. A psychology book he had borrowed from the library offered one explanation. Identity is constructed. The self is not a fixed core, but a fluid negotiation between memory, perception, and social expectation. The brain, it explained, is a pattern recognition machine. It builds a narrative called I to unify scattered experiences. If that were true, then perhaps there was no hidden syllable waiting to be uncovered, only a story constantly rewritten. Yet the idea unsettled him. If the self were only a story, who was the storyteller? Aaron began keeping a journal. He wrote down his reactions to small events. Irritation at a classmate's joke, envy at another's success, tenderness when he saw his mother asleep at the kitchen table. He noticed contradictions. He could be generous and selfish within the same hour. He could believe in honesty, yet conceal uncomfortable truths. The journal revealed an uncomfortable reality. The self was less like a solid stone and more like a parliament of voices. Neuroscience suggested something similar. Different neural networks lit up